February 18, 2001. A man in a dark overcoat walks into Foxstone Park in Vienna, Virginia. It is a Sunday evening. He carries a black garbage bag stuffed with classified documents. He has made this walk dozens of times before. He reaches the base of the wooden footbridge, crouches, and wedges the bag beneath it. A dead drop. He straightens up, turns back toward the parking lot, and walks directly into an ambush. FBI agents materialize from the trees like ghosts, weapons drawn, voices shouting commands he's heard 1,000 times from the other side. Robert Philip Hanssen, a 25-year veteran of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, looks at the men arresting him and says 5 words that will define his legacy. "What took you so long?" He had reason to wonder. For 22 years, Robert Hanssen had been selling America's most guarded secrets to the Soviet Union and its successor state, Russia. He betrayed human sources who were executed. He exposed billion-dollar surveillance programs. He handed over nuclear war contingency plans designed to preserve the United States government in the event of annihilation. And he did all of it from inside the one division specifically designed to catch people exactly like him. Counterintelligence. Chicago, Illinois, April 18, 1944. Robert Philip Hanssen is born to Howard and Vivian Hanssen. Howard is a Chicago police officer, a man whose affection comes in the form of criticism and whose approval is perpetually out of reach. He calls his son stupid. He wraps him in blankets and spins him until the boy vomits, a cruelty he disguises as roughhousing. Young Robert grows up quiet, bookish and seething beneath a surface of perfect compliance. He learns early that the safest way to survive a hostile environment is to become invisible within it. It is a skill he will later weaponize on a national scale. Hanssen earns a degree in chemistry, then an MBA, then briefly works as an accountant before following his father onto the force. He joins the Chicago Police Department and lands in a financial investigations unit, chasing dirty money through shell accounts. He is meticulous, obsessive, and deeply unimpressive to his colleagues. He speaks in monotone, he avoids eye contact, he eats lunch alone. But he possesses one quality that will define everything that follows. He is extraordinarily good with information systems. He understands how data moves through bureaucracies. He understands where it pools, where it leaks, and where no one is watching. In 1976, Hanssen joins the FBI. Within 2 years, he is assigned to counterintelligence in New York City, analyzing Soviet intelligence operations on American soil. He has access to the identities of foreign agents, ongoing surveillance programs, communication intercepts, and the organizational structure of America's espionage apparatus. He is, by every metric, a trusted insider, and he is already making calculations. 1979. Just 3 years into his FBI career, Hanssen walks into the office of the GRU, Soviet Military Intelligence, in New York City. Not the KGB, the GRU. A deliberate choice. He knows the two agencies are rivals, knows they compartmentalize, knows that approaching the lesser-known service reduces his exposure. He volunteers classified information. He does not give his name. He provides no photograph, no biographical details, nothing that could identify him if the relationship sours. He signs his letters Ramon Garcia. Later, simply B. He is building a firewall between himself and detection, and the architecture is meticulous. His tradecraft is unlike anything Soviet intelligence has encountered from an American mole. He refuses face-to-face meetings. Every exchange happens through dead drops in the wooded parks of Northern Virginia. He selects the sites himself, studying sightlines, foot traffic patterns, and escape routes with the precision of a military planner. He signals readiness with a strip of white adhesive tape on a park signpost. The Soviets confirm receipt with a chalk mark on a predetermined surface. Two strangers communicating through silence. It is elegant, paranoid, and almost impossible to intercept. Then, in 1981, his wife finds the money. Bonnie Hanssen, a devout Catholic and devoted mother, discovers a cache of unexplained cash hidden in their home. She confronts him. Robert does not deny it. Instead, he constructs a confession calibrated to survive scrutiny. He tells Bonnie he approached the Soviets, yes, but only to feed them disinformation. He claims he was freelancing for American interests, tricking the enemy, pocketing their money as a bonus. Bonnie is horrified, but wants to believe him. She insists he confess to a priest. He does, an Opus Dei clergyman who counsels prayer, repentance, and the donation of the Soviet payments to charity. Hanssen agrees to all of it. He promises Bonnie he will stop. The promise lasts 4 years. By 1985, Robert Hanssen is back, but this time he does not approach the GRU. He goes directly to the KGB, the apex predator of Soviet intelligence. And the material he offers is no longer preliminary. It is catastrophic. He begins passing the identities of human assets, real people with families, embedded inside Soviet intelligence services who have been risking their lives to provide information to the United States. He gives up their names the way a man discards receipts. Major General Dmitry Polyakov, codenamed Top Hat by the FBI and Beep by the CIA. For nearly 2 decades, Polyakov had been one of the most valuable intelligence sources the West had ever cultivated inside the Soviet military. He provided technical manuals, weapon specifications, and the identities of Soviet agents operating in the United States. Hanssen's betrayal seals his fate. Polyakov is arrested, interrogated, and executed by firing squad in 1988. A man who spent his life trying to prevent nuclear war, killed because a bureaucrat in Virginia needed validation. Valery Martinov and Sergei Motorin, both KGB officers stationed in Washington, both secretly working for the FBI and CIA, providing intelligence on Soviet operations inside the United States. Both betrayed by Hanssen, both recalled to Moscow under false pretenses, both executed. Their families received no explanation. The Soviet system simply erases them, as if they never existed. 3 men dead because one man handed their names to the enemy in a garbage bag under a footbridge. But Hanssen's betrayals extend far beyond human sources. He exposes the existence of a secret eavesdropping tunnel that the NSA and FBI have constructed beneath the Soviet embassy on Wisconsin Avenue in Washington, D.C. The tunnel is an engineering marvel, bored through bedrock at enormous expense, designed to intercept communications from the embassy above. Hundreds of millions of dollars, years of planning, thousands of man-hours, all of it rendered worthless in a single dead drop. The Soviets begin feeding disinformation through the channels they now know are compromised, turning America's most expensive listening post into a loudspeaker, broadcasting exactly what Moscow wants Washington to hear. He betrays the continuity of government program. The classified plan detailing where the president, cabinet members, and senior military commanders would be relocated in the event of a nuclear strike. Underground bunkers, mobile command centers, communication frequencies, evacuation routes, the architecture designed to ensure the survival of American leadership during Armageddon. Hanssen hands it over. In a single act, he gives Russia the roadmap to decapitate the United States government in a first strike. The strategic implications are almost incomprehensible. He has compromised the nation's ability to survive its own worst-case scenario. And yet nobody catches him. Not in 1985, not in 1990, not when the Soviet Union collapses in 1991 and the KGB fractures into successor agencies. Hanssen simply transitions to the SVR, Russia's new foreign intelligence service, like a contractor switching clients. The dead drops continue. The garbage bags appear beneath the footbridge. The chalk marks bloom on signposts in suburban Virginia. He has paid over $1.4 million in cash and diamonds over the course of his career, though money alone does not explain him. Hanssen is earning a 6-figure FBI salary. He lives in a 4-bedroom house in the suburbs. He drives his children to school. He attends Mass every Sunday. The paradox of Robert Hanssen is the paradox of every traitor who believes he is exceptional. He attends daily Mass at St. Catherine of Siena Catholic Church. He's a member of Opus Dei, an ultra-conservative Catholic organization that emphasizes personal sanctification through discipline and sacrifice. He prays on his knees. He lectures colleagues about morality. He raises 6 children in a household governed by rigid religious observance. And then he drives to Foxstone Park and deposits the names of men who will be shot in the back of the head in a Moscow basement. The compartmentalization is not a flaw in his character. It is his character. He has constructed 2 airtight identities, the devout servant of God and the anonymous servant of Russia. and neither one acknowledges the other's existence. Inside the FBI, Hanssen is a ghost in plain sight. Colleagues describe him as brilliant but alienating. He corrects superiors in meetings. He dismisses small talk as a waste of cognitive bandwidth. He eats lunch at his desk, alone, reading technical manuals about Soviet cipher systems. He is repeatedly passed over for promotion, a fact that festers into resentment so deep it becomes indistinguishable from ideology. He does not betray America because he loves Russia. He betrays America because America failed to recognize his genius, and Russia, at least, pays for it. The FBI spends years chasing the wrong man. For much of the 1990s, investigators are convinced the mole inside American intelligence is a CIA officer named Brian Kelly. Kelly is subjected to years of surveillance, professional destruction, and personal humiliation. His career is annihilated. His reputation is shredded. He is innocent. The real traitor is sitting 3 floors above the investigation, accessing the case files through the FBI's own internal network, reading every lead, every theory, every suspect profile. Hanssen knows exactly how close they are, and they are never close at all. The break comes not from American ingenuity, but from Russian greed. In 2000, the FBI obtains a cache of Russian intelligence files from a former KGB officer willing to sell for $7 million. Inside the files is an audio recording of the mole speaking to his handler on the phone. Analysts do not recognize the voice, but they also find a garbage bag, the actual plastic bag used in a dead drop, with a fingerprint. And they find references to a source who works in counterintelligence, who has never met his handlers, who communicates exclusively through dead drops in Virginia parks. The profile narrows, the circle tightens, and Robert Hanssen's name surfaces for the first time. The FBI assigns a young agent named Eric O'Neill to work as Hanssen's assistant inside the bureau. O'Neill's real mission is surveillance. He is told to observe Hanssen's habits, access his schedule, and eventually extract his Palm Pilot, a handheld computer where Hanssen stores data. O'Neill plays the role of eager protege. He laughs at Hanssen's jokes. He asks for career advice. He endures lectures about Catholic theology and Soviet cryptography. And every night, he reports back to the task force dismantling his mentor's life. On February 18, 2001, the trap closes. Agents watch Hanssen drive to Foxstone Park. They watch him park his silver Ford Taurus. They watch him walk to the footbridge carrying a black garbage bag containing 7 FBI documents classified as top secret and secret. They watch him place the bag beneath the bridge, and when he turns around, they are standing in his path. Robert Hanssen pleads guilty in July 2001 to 15 counts of espionage and conspiracy. In exchange for a full debriefing, a complete accounting of every secret he sold, every dead drop he serviced, every asset he compromised, the government agrees not to seek the death penalty. He is sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. No sunlight, no reduction, no hope. He is sent to the ADX Florence Supermax facility in Colorado, the same prison that houses terrorists, cartel leaders, and the Unabomber. He is confined to a 7 by 12-foot cell for 23 hours a day. The damage assessment takes years. The FBI concludes that Hanssen compromised virtually every significant counterintelligence program the United States ran against Soviet and Russian intelligence for 2 decades. He revealed the names of at least 50 human assets and exposed dozens of technical operations. The Department of Justice calls it possibly the worst intelligence disaster in U.S. history. The assessment is not hyperbole, it is arithmetic. Count the dead, count the blown operations, count the billions spent on programs rendered useless by a man with a garbage bag and a grudge. On June 5, 2023, Robert Philip Hanssen is found dead in his cell at ADX Florence. He is 79 years old. The Bureau of Prisons reports no suspicious circumstances, no final confession, no deathbed revelation, no explanation that satisfies the central question his life poses. What made him do it? Not the money. He earned $1.4 million over 22 years, a fraction of what a man with his skills could have earned legally. Not ideology. He He never expressed admiration for communism or contempt for democracy. Not coercion. No one forced him, no one blackmailed him. He walked into the GRU office of his own volition and kept walking for 2 decades. The answer, if there is one, may be simpler and more terrifying than any geopolitical motive. Robert Hanssen wanted to be the smartest person in the room, and for 22 years, he was. 3 men executed. A billion-dollar tunnel neutralized. Nuclear survival plans handed to an adversary, an innocent man's career destroyed. And a system designed to protect a nation from exactly this kind of betrayal, fooled by one of its own for longer than most agents serve.